Old Alabama Gardener. In this video, I'm showing you how to grow large slicing onions from seed. Now I want to plant some onion seed. So I'm going to plant this onion right here. It's called Texas Grano. Down here at the bottom it says 115 days to harvest. But here on the back it says this is a short day variety. And it says it takes 12 to 14 days to germinate. And today is the 7th of February. And I'm going to plant them in this little baking pan here. That's what they look like. Not too small. All right, now we need to cover that with some more soil. Now we want to water it a little bit more here. I'm going to put the onions down here on this heat mat. The data on them. They are called a Texas Grano. They are a short day onion. And so I started these seed on the 7th of February this year, 2021. It's about a 4 by 8, I guess, maybe 2 inches deep. Just a little aluminum baking pan, throwaway kind. And so these are green onions. And so today is the 16th of March, and I'm going to transplant them into cups. And this is the cups I'm going to use. These are what they call a peat cup. It can go straight into the ground. It's disposable. It'll just decay and fall apart. So we'll get them going from this. So what I'll do is I'll get them growing from this crowded space here into individual onions in these cups. Now the cup has a hole in the bottom of it, and I am going to put a little bit of fertilizer in here. So I don't want the fertilizer to fall through. So what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of potting soil down here in the bottom, like that right there. And that'll keep my fertilizer from falling through. So let me show you. The fertilizer that I'm using, you see me using often, it's triple 13. 13% nitrogen, 13% phosphorus, 13% potassium. It tells you that right there on the bag. I'm not going to put much. I'm just going to put a few granules of fertilizer just like that. And then I'll put some more soil over the top of that. Let me get some soil. Alright, so there's the bottom soil. There's the fertilizer. We'll put a little bit more soil over the top of that. Now I'm just going to make a little depression in here. A little hole. And now I'm ready to get out one of these plants. So what we do is we'll just stick our finger down here and dislodge one carefully. And so there it is. You can see it's got tiny roots. That might be, that's just another blade. It's got 2 blades. Well, if you want to count that, it's got 3, but there's 2 blades on it. Got the little bit of roots. So what we do is we'll just carefully put it right down into that soil. Push a little bit of that soil back around it, like that. Pack it down a little bit. We'll set it down in this tray. And what we'll do is we'll grow them on out a little bit more from there before we set them in the garden. Now once you've got all the little cups full like that, next thing you want to do is water, give it some water, you know, and you can just carefully come down through here like this and it'll help to soak it up. And I also put water in the tray down underneath so that the bottom of the cup can start soaking up water, get it wet. I just take a regular Sharpie, start making my holes here. I already made some of these, as you can see, but what you do is you just go down in like that, make a little hole about a ½ inch deep. Not very deep. Don't need to go all the way to that fertilizer. And that's it. Then you're ready for your plants. So you just stick it in the hole there a little bit. Try to get the roots in the hole. And pinch it closed like that. See these little roots? You try to get them in the hole. Lay it sideways over that hole like that. Pull it a little bit. Take your finger and rake them roots in the hole. And then pinch it closed. Now this one has longer root. Wow, it has got a real long root on it. Look at that. Alright, so what we'll have to do is we'll have to lay it over on the side like that. Kind of rake them roots in the hole. Then once we get them in there, we'll push the onion plant in the hole. Pinch it closed like that, and that's all there is to it. So this is our onions back here. Today is the 25th of March. It's like this onion right here. You see how it's got 1, 2. Actually, there's another one down there. That one's the one that came out of the seed. So I don't really call that a true leaf. So that's 1, 2, and there's another stem leaf coming up right there in the middle, blade. So it's got 3 blades on it. Little stalk down there is getting thicker. See, there's another one over there. It's got three blades on it. And another small blade coming inside it. So it won't be long by the time you set these out in the garden. Alright, today's the 13th of April. First thing I'm going to do is scratch out a furrow underneath that string. Now I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of ammonium sulfate in that row. Ammonium sulfate is 21% nitrogen. Now I'm going to mix a little bit of black cow into that row. Now I'm going to run the hose through that. And I'm going to set these in the garden. So this is the kind of cup I'm talking about. Now you see it's got roots coming out the bottom, which is a good thing. So what I've done here is I prepared a row. I put some ammonium sulfate, 21% nitrogen in here, just a sprinkle. I also put some triple 13 in to give it a little more of a balance. And I also ran some black cow manure, and that's what you see there. It's mostly sand, but that's what you see right there. So now I'm going to get started. So when I get ready to plant it, now yes, I could put the whole thing in the ground just like that if I wanted to. But what I really want to do is remove this so that I've got nothing but the plant roots and a little bit of the soil there. So carefully set it in there. pull some of this loose dirt around there first. So we'll do one more. Dig it down a little bit. Come up with a plant. See, the roots is coming through the side. They're small seedlings, but actually they're pretty good. That one there's got 4 blades on it. That's good. Today is the 19th of May. It's getting late in the evening, and I'm going to give these onions here some Miracle-Gro tomato plant food. It's called Texas Grano, and I grew these from seed. And you can see that they're growing quite well, actually. I'm pretty pleased with what these are doing. So you notice how the top is pretty much dead now. That means it's ready to come out of the ground. Now let's move down this way a little ways and we'll look at some more. So here's another nice onion right there. So we'll pull it up. And it has a dead top, so that means it's ready to come out. Now I've got my little homemade caliper. So first we'll start with this one. All right, so that's our little caliper measure. Now we'll see how much that is. Looks like 3.5 inches. So that onion is 3.5 inches in diameter. Now let's look at this next one. Now we get our measure over here again. And that onion is almost 4 inches in diameter. And there's a whole row of them down through here. So here's some more of them. Now here's one that split and became a double. Had it not split and become a double, it would obviously be a big onion also. But that's all right.